Welcome dear friends in our most popular YouTube channel Physics Make It Simple. This is a lecture number 18 as long as rotational dynamics is concerned, and in this lecture we want to discuss about expression for torque tau in terms of moment of inertia. So for that purpose I have already drawn a diagram of rotating body moving with constant angular acceleration alpha in anti-clockwise direction about its axis of rotation. But question arises, where is axis of rotation? That axis of rotation I haven't shown. For my convenience, I have indicated axis of rotation like this. In all the diagrams, in the previous lectures also, axis of rotation is not shown vertical. Axis of rotation I have shown horizontal, perpendicular to the plane of the figure, like this. Axis of rotation is passing through point O, perpendicular to the plane of the figure. This sentence I have quoted below the diagram. Axis of rotation is passing through the point O, perpendicular to the plane of the figure. And this rotating body consists of large number of particles of masses m1, m2, m3, m4, m5 ... mn separated by a perpendicular distances r1, r2, r3, r4, r5 ... rn from axis of rotation. This is the most important thing. Then as the body rotates, then every particles having masses m1, m2, m3 ... mn also rotate with constant angular acceleration alpha. Listen carefully. Every particle rotates in anti-clockwise direction with constant angular acceleration alpha, but every particle has different linear accelerations. Linear acceleration of the particle of mass m1 is a1. Linear acceleration of the particle of mass m2 is a2. So in this way, every particle rotates with different linear accelerations but constant angular acceleration. Most important sentence, dear student, you should remember it. So I will repeat again the sentence. As the body rotates, every particles rotate with constant angular acceleration alpha, but different linear accelerations. A1 is equal to r1 alpha, A2 is equal to r2 alpha, An is equal to rn alpha respectively, like this. For the rotation, there is a moment of force, we call it as torque, should be acting on the body, and we know that torque acting on every particle is given by the formula tau is equal to magnitude of one force into perpendicular distance between axis of rotation and magnitude of that force. See here. So torque acting on the particle of mass m1, I will repeat again. Torque acting on the particle of mass m1 is tau1 is equal to magnitude of that force is F1 into perpendicular distance is R1. So drop such a perpendicular arrows strictly to the every distances, perpendicular to this, perpendicular to this, perpendicular to this. This is the force acting on every particle on every particles. So torque, the formula of torque is, I will repeat again, torque acting on the particle of mass m1 is given by magnitude of force F1 into perpendicular distance between force and axis of rotation, which is R1. So τ1 is equal to F1 into R1, that I have written here. τ1 is equal to F1 into R1. But we know what is F1. By Newton's second law, we can write F1 is equal to m1 into a1, that I have written here. F1 is equal to m1 into a1 and this R1. Then put the value of a1. What is the value of a1? a1 is a linear acceleration acting on the particle of mass m1, that I have written here. a1 is equal to r1 alpha. Put a1 is equal to r1 alpha here. I have put that the value of a1 inside the bracket. So this m1 is as it is. Put the value of a1 is equal to r1 alpha and this r1. Then from this we get what? τ1 is equal to m1 r1 square alpha. Equation number 1. So in this way, torque acting on the particle of mass m1 we got is τ1 is equal to m1 r1 square alpha. Similarly, this is a symbol of similarly. Similarly, we can write τ2, we can write τ3, we can write τ4, we can write τ5, we can write τn. And that values are like this. τ2 is equal to m2 r2 square alpha. τ3 is equal to m3 r3 square alpha. τn is equal to mn rn square alpha. So what is the resultant torque? Resultant torque is nothing but the summation of all torques. So τ is equal to τ1 plus τ2 plus τ3 plus plus τn. That formula I have written here. Put the values of τ1, m1 r1 square alpha, m2 r2 square alpha plus value of τn is equal to mn rn square alpha. Take alpha common outside the bracket. We get what? τ is equal to m1 r1 square alpha plus m2 r2 square alpha plus plus mn rn square alpha outside the bracket alpha. m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square plus plus mn rn square outside the bracket alpha, like this. τ is equal to, what factor indicates inside the bracket? In short form, we can write it like this. τ is equal to summation of I starts from 1 to n mi ri square outside the bracket alpha. And what is this? It is a definition of moment of inertia of rotating body about axis of rotation. And so I have written here τ is equal to I alpha. So this is a relation between torque and angular acceleration, and that we want to calculate. Expression for torque in terms of moment of inertia. There may be a possibility of asking the question like this: derive an expression for the torque acting on rotating body, or derive the relation between torque and angular acceleration of rotating body, or derive the expression for torque in terms of moment of inertia. These are the three similar questions possibility of asking for various examination. So you will have to approach up to τ is equal to I alpha. Alpha is angular acceleration of rotating body. Capital I is moment of inertia of rotating body about axis of rotation passing through point O, which is perpendicular to the figure. So in this way we have finished this article, and we'll meet again by taking the next article in the next lecture. Till we stop here. Goodbye.